Hi everyone! A few people wanted to know how I did my hair in my Marilyn Monroe makeup video. So this is that tutorial. I use a Denman brush, but you don't need to use that specifically. I feel like this music has just gone really loud just so you're shouting over me. Right, hopefully that is better. So just brush it through. So part your hair on the side, whichever way you want. Also, I think haircut is probably important for this, but since I cut my own hair in a very messy way, I don't know if I can really help. It's kind of, I cut like that so the front bits are shorter so it can curve under like that, and same with this, and then there's just like a fringe section that is shorter than everything else. Ooh. I like to do this fringe section. I personally don't feel like I need to do everything very meticulously and perfectly parted, but some people will say that that's what works. So again, test things out, see if that works for your hair or not. For the very front part, so like this, I use a Velcro roller, just a small one. This is like it compared to the size of the big ones, because it adds volume. So I like a lot of volume. I like my hair to be at least 2 inches above my head at all times. So I just roll that in, secure it with this little clip. And then for the rest of this little triceratops bit, I use pillow rollers, but I did used to use sponge rollers, so that can work. And you can do standing pin curls or any kind of rollers that you think work for you, you can try. Right. So I just, oh, I forgot to say I rolled this one back. So I just take it at the top and roll it down. And then I move on to the side, these very front sections here. So just part those. And I put 3 rollers in this front section. And these are just being rolled under. And then just do that on the other side. And then the back section, I typically divide into 3. So I only needed to use 4. And now onto the middle section. The top, which will just end up coming right behind the last one from here. And again, rolling under. So I've used 5 for that middle section. And the last one. And I'll just put it like a triangle. Point of the triangle down. Tie it. And this is just to keep them secure when you're sleeping, and make sure that you don't accidentally like rip it out if you're a particularly rough sleeper. It's the next day and I've slept with my rollers in overnight. So this is the next steps, which is the brush out. So you just wanna, I take out all of them except these ones. Is it like 4? So then you just run through it with your fingers just to break up the curls a bit. And then I just take my brush and kind of brush the curls under around my like face and ears, just try to get some shape to them. And do the same on this side. It's a bit hard to explain because it's one of those things where I've just kind of learned and I just do it. But I'll try to explain what I'm doing. And then I just brush the top sections as well, like so. And then just keep brushing down the sections. And then once it gets to about this point where it looks like this, just take out the top and then brush it over to whichever side you prefer. I always brush over to this side. And then you can see it's starting to look more Marilyn-like. So then what I do is I just keep brushing and smushing, just literally smushing bits in until it looks the way that I want. If you want the back to be a bit longer, brush out the bottom bits more. Always making sure to brush under. And just play around the fringe. And then sometimes, just to make sure things stay in place, I take a hair grip and just pin any parts that I want to stay in a specific place and try to make sure they blend in. And then I just want to define that part a little bit more. And okay. I like the way that it looks at this point. So I think I'll leave it here, but of course you can keep just brushing bits out, playing around with it, running your fingers through, pinning bits. And this is the part where it would be good to add hairspray. I hate hairspray with a burning passion. It just always makes my hair very crispy and get little bits in it. So I never use it, and somehow my hair stays. I don't know. But if your hair tends to get flat quite easily, I would recommend you put hairspray in. Also, the fringe part, if you're struggling with that and it's a bit flat for you, take a comb and just like back comb and hairspray until it gets the volume that you like. But that is pretty much it. It's really quick, I find, to do. Quite simple once you've got the hang of it. But yeah, that's it. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll try to the best of my ability to answer them, even though I'm not a hair stylist or anything. I just have learned from a lot of trial and error with my own hair. But I will see you soon.